Namaste, beautiful souls. How are my beautiful souls doing today? Great, lovely. This is your medium for tarot guidance, Rupa Khanal, welcoming all the beautiful souls on my YouTube channel, White Tara Tarot Reading. And let me begin by thanking all of you for taking the guidance of the tarot cards and getting all that clarity and reality. So beautiful souls, we are here with yet another pick a card reading. And the topic is exploring your path to the eternal fountain of happiness, eternal fountain of bliss, eternal fountain of ecstasy, right? And how to find it, what path to choose, who will guide you through that path, who will assist you through that path. So beautiful souls, in a group conversation, there was a question put, what is your definition for God? And try not to copy the definitions. Try to give your original definitions for God. And the comment I left there was, God is the purest form of energy flow, right? And one can experience that supernatural power, the God, through their own personal experiences and not to the opinions of anything or anyone else, right? And if you have decided to watch this pick a card reading, one thing you have to understand significantly, beautiful souls, is that you are meant to watch this reading, because this particular question of finding the fountain of eternal happiness has been pricking your conscience for a long time, maybe for many lifetimes. But today is the day, right? So until and unless you are ready to receive the divine guidance, the right timing, things will fall in right places. And this is the alignment of the cosmos. So this means that you are ready to take that path. Your seeking will be explored. You will be guided by the God, by the force you believe on, your faith, your spiritual will, right? You will be guided, you will be assisted. But finally, it's your decision whether you want to walk on that path or not. Because inward journey is journey of complete losses, right? Complete losses. You have to be ready to leave everything for which you have struggled so hard. It could be your closest relationship, it could be your wealth, your greed, your ego, your identity, everything. So it's a journey of complete loss, which will lead you to the experience of shunya, zero, right? So that you can pull yourself out of this cycle of birth and death. You can put a full stop to the root causes of suffering, which are your senses. So today's pick a card is going to help you receive the information, the guidance, the assistance, which will help you to explore this path so that you can lead yourself to the eternal fountain of happiness. Right, beautiful souls? So let us proceed with the pile selection. These are the 3 piles. Pile 1 with a bell. This is the picture of bell. Pile 2 is a picture of double-crossed thunder shoals. Vajra, which is a weapon of Indra, who is the king of all the gods and supernatural powers. And bell is an indication of removing the negative energies from your surrounding. And double-crossed Vajra is an indication of forces multiplied in your life, right? Positive forces. And pile 3 is Vase, which is made from combining the 8 auspicious symbols, right? the umbrella, the banner, the fish, the wheel, the knot, and the lotus with a conch on the top. So 8 auspicious symbols, right? Together to make the celestial vase, right? Where the water energies are sacredly kept. Water is the most purest form of energy, is one of the 5 elements, right, beautiful souls? So pile 1 with a bell, pile 2 with a double thunderbolt, and pile 3 with a vase, which is combined by bringing the 8 auspicious symbols of the cosmos, right? So keep it simple. Whichever picture is calling upon you, is holding your energies, is connecting to your vibrations, is going to resonate with the guidance so that you can explore the path to the eternal fountain of happiness, right? Meditate for a couple of seconds, take a deep breath, and then continue with the choosing pile. Or you can pause the video and put your fingers touch on the mobile screen, feel the energies, right? Or whatever way you proceed before you watch a pick a card reading, a tarot card reading. And if you're someone who gets well connected with the energies of numbers, for each pile I'm going to put different time sections in the description box and in the comment section as well, beautiful souls, right? And after you watch the reading, you will be surprised by the alignment, how your vibration matches with the energies of the cards, right? And here I request you on this platform to appreciate me by liking and connect to me through your comments, and do not forget to subscribe White Tara Tarot Reading so that you won't miss any of the guidance. And if you have already subscribed, thank you very much and blessings, right? So a couple of seconds for you to focus on the piles. Hey beautiful souls, I hope the selection part is done now. So let me keep the third pile aside and the second pile also aside. So beautiful souls, those who have chosen the bell, let us explore your path which will lead you to the eternal fountain of bliss, eternal fountain of happiness. And one little change I'm going to do in today's pick a card reading, the guidance which I give usually, I try to explain each card further, but today I'm just going to read out the messages in the card, and it's up to you to understand it because it is your inward journey. It is your journey, and I am here to just assist you, just guide you, just convey you the energies of the cards, because you will get a lot of guidance, a lot of support, a lot of assistance, but finally it is your personal journey to evolve as a complete human being, right, beautiful souls? So we have already discussed the energies of the bell. There are some extended messages which I will read out to you at the last ending of the reading, right? So fountain of eternal happiness lies in your consciousness. It lies in the virtues which you need to follow, and it lies in the humility, the criticism which you receive from the outside world. It could be your family, friends, society, and the inside world, that is your senses, right? Your thought process. So all the 3 messages, out of 3 messages, 2 messages, they come from different sources. So the first message says, listen to the messages carefully, beautiful souls. I will read it twice. As fire lights the wood it consumes, so the soul illuminates the body with consciousness. As fire lights the wood it consumes, so the soul illuminates the body with consciousness. This is coming from the Transcendental Wisdom, Srimad Bhagavatam, right? And connect to this picture so that you can explore the whole message of this card. Sunrise, right? So the second energy is that of virtue, fortitude, forgiveness, self-control, honesty, purity of body and mind, sense control, study of scriptures, meditation on supreme, truthfulness, freedom from anger. This is the tenfold path of virtue. Fortitude, forgiveness, self-control, honesty, purity of body and mind, sense control, study of scriptures, meditation on the supreme, truthfulness, freedom from anger. This is the tenfold path of virtue. And this message is coming from the Manusmriti. This is the picture, beautiful soul. Connect to the energies of the words and the images. A yogi is doing his morning rituals, right? So let me turn the pictures to the camera so that you can continuously get the energies. And the last energy is humility. Listen to nature's teaching. Be humbler than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. Give up worldly prestige. Offer all respect to others and expect none in return. Listen to nature's teachings. Be humbler than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. Giving up worldly prestige. Offer all respect to others and expect none in return. This is coming from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this is the picture which shows how devotional he is, completely intoxicated with devotion, with oneness, with union of supreme, right? So this is the picture. These are the three pictures which will help you lead to that path, right, of finding the fountain of eternal bliss. Now, who will help you on this path? Obviously, none other than the Bhagwan himself, Sri Krishna. Without his call, I believe nobody can even bring into thought of finding that fountain of eternal bliss, because we are so much occupied with the happiness from the physical world that we forget that there is a world which exists inside us, which is much more beautiful if we wish to explore, and that wish will be granted only upon the grace of the Supreme. So Krishna will help you walk on this path, and the first guidance coming so that this path of yours will be made easier. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Hare Krishna. So this is such a deep message. Let me read it again. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Hare Krishna. So I am keeping this card with the last card because I feel that the energies are matching here. And the next guidance coming to you when you walk on this path of finding, seeking the eternal fountain of happiness, being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love of me. Hare Krishna. Being freed from attachment, fear, anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love of me. Hare Krishna. right? So let me keep this one with the consciousness, energy of consciousness, and the last message, the last guidance which will lead you on this path is: in the still mind, the self reveals itself, beholding the self by means of the self. An aspirant knows the joy and peace of complete fulfillment. The key to happiness is the reduction of desires. Hare Krishna. In still mind, the self reveals itself. Beholding the self by means of the self, an aspirant knows the joy and peace of complete fulfillment. The key to happiness is the reduction of desires. Hare Krishna. So I am keeping this card with the virtue. Look at the alignment of the energies, and beautiful souls, there are some extended messages coming from this bell. It's already said in the pile selection part that bell is a representation of removal of negative energies, right? So the extended messages for you are, please listen to them carefully. Respond to every call that excites your spirits. The pain you feel are the messengers. Listen to them. The cure for pain is in the pain. If you desire healing, let yourself fall ill. Where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. The soul has been given its own ears to hear things mind does not understand. My soul is racing ahead of me. It says the body is too slow for me. Your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. So this is the transcendental wisdom coming from taking the path of righteousness. Lord Supreme, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, guiding you on that path and telling you what you can expect if you decide to take onto this path. And I am very hopeful that you will take up this path, so we shall meet at the destination, beautiful souls. So don't forget to subscribe, White Tara Tarot Reading. And with this, we come to an end with the pile 1. Let's move with the pile 2, the double thunderbolt. Those who have chosen the double thunderbolt, which is the energy of double protection, which is also the weapon of the king of all the supernatural powers, all the gods, all the deities, the Indra, right? So today we are going to do the reading in a different way. Most of the times I extend the meaning of the cards, but today I'm just reading the messages in the card, and I leave the exploration part for you, beautiful souls, because after all, it is your inward journey. It is your personal journey. It is your journey to see that fountain of eternal bliss, eternal happiness and ecstasy. So this is the charm which has held your energies, and these are the guidance which I'm going to flip in a while. So to get to that fountain of happiness, you need to work on your values, beautiful souls, and you have to keep that faith unshaken, absolutely like anchored deep down in the root of Mother Gaia, and believe in the cosmos, the infinite energies of the cosmos. So it's not a coincidence, it is an alignment, because all these three are the thoughts of the learned scholar, the awakened guru, Swami B.R. Sridhar, right? So the first energy says, whatever we may conceive is within the infinite. If we have an idea of the infinite broadness and depth of the absolute, how can we value anything here? Whatever we may conceive is within the infinite. If we have an idea of the infinite broadness and depth of the absolute, how can we value anything here? Swami B.R. Sridhar. This is the image you can connect. A kingfisher flying over the water body, and its reflection is down in the water, right? So please focus on the words as well on the pictures which has come to you as a guidance, beautiful souls. So this is the first energy, and second energy is the faith, which says, faith is our light in the darkness. There is a world that is guided only by faith. Faith is everything there, and it is infinite and all accommodating. Only faith can guide us when we are travelers in the infinite. So the words in the second, which are coming through the second card, are the energies of the third card. So look at the alignment, beautiful souls. Let me read the message again for beautiful souls. Faith is our light in the darkness. There is a world that is guided only by faith. Faith is everything there, and it is infinite and all accommodating. Only faith can guide us when we are travelers in the infinite, right? And this is the picture which looks like an entrance to the high realms. Expansion of our consciousness, right? And the third energy brings in the guidance. In connection with the infinite, you will find that everywhere there is center, nowhere circumference. But to realize this, you must try to live in eternity. That is, in Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. In connection with the infinite, you will find that everywhere there is center, nowhere circumference. But to realize this, you must try to live in eternity, that is in Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. So this is the Gurudwara, where the Punjabi people who believe in Guru Nanak, this is a worship place, the Gurudwara, the divine and auspicious Gurudwara. An old man getting into Gurudwara for prayers, for offering his prayers to his faith, which is infinite. And if you look at the floor, there is beautiful mandala there, which is an indication of convergence of energies, bring in the energies in a compact form, right? So these are the three energies, beautiful souls, which will connect you to the fountain of eternal happiness. So this is the path. And who will guide you to this path? How will you know that you have started your journey? Once you start your journey, there will be a lot of assistance, guidance, support coming from, and this pick a card reading itself is an indication that you are ready. So are you ready to take that big decision to end the circle of suffering? So Lord Sri Krishna, the Bhagavan himself, will guide you, because without his call, your inward journey cannot start, can never start. Right? So here are the guidance coming, and the first energy is the Maha Mantra for this era, for this Aquarius age, which says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor can be burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor can be burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. So you are a beautiful soul. So let me keep this energy with the infinite, right? And the next energy, the next guidance coming from the Supreme Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, is faith is seeing light with your heart when all your eyes see is darkness. Faith is not believing that God can, it's knowing that God will. Hare Krishna. Faith is seeing Light with your heart when all your eyes see is darkness. Faith is not believing that God can, it's knowing that God will. Hare Krishna. So this card is absolutely in alignment with the energies and vibrations of this card, faith, right? And the next guidance which will help you in this path, which will lead you to the fountain of happiness, is within you there is stillness and a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. There is nothing much like God in the universe than silence. Hare Krishna. Within you there is stillness and a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. There is nothing so much like God in the universe than silence. Hare Krishna. So beautiful souls, are you understanding how the energies are coherent and helping you get all that awakening, all that enlightenment? Enlightenment is not always about seeking some mystical, magical power. Enlightenment is also something which will lighten up your heart and your mind and bring your heart and mind in sync, right? So there are some extended messages coming through this double thunderbolt. It goes, listen carefully. You wander from room to room hunting for a diamond necklace that is already around your neck. I will be waiting here for your silence to break, for your soul to shake, for your love to awake. So divine. The desire to know your own soul will end all other desires. The real beloved is that one who is unique, who is your beginning and your end. When you will find that one, you will no longer expect anything else. Your body is woven from light of heaven. Deep in your heart, the light of heaven is shining. Don't you know yet? It's your light that lights the world. So these are absolutely aligned messages, and I feel very blessed because you are ready to take that path. So take that decision to start your inward journey, right? Follow the guidance coming from the Supreme Bhagwan himself. And I hope that on this journey, if Sri Krishna permits, we will meet at the end, because at the end there is light. So beautiful souls, sending blessings from White Tara and Sri Krishna to all of you, those who have chosen to watch today's pick card reading pile 2. Don't forget to subscribe White Tara Tarot Reading and move ahead. We have come to the last pile, beautiful souls, on exploring the path to find the fountain of eternal happiness, right? This is a vase, a celestial vase, which is made by bringing in the 8 auspicious energies of the cosmos. And those energies are the conch, the umbrella, the banner, the fish, the wheel, and the knot, the Srivatsa, and the lotus, right? So what we are doing today in this pick a card reading is going to be a little different. I'm not going to explain the energies of the cards further. I will just read out the message gently, slowly, so that you can take it maybe twice, and you have to explore the core messages of the guidance coming from the tarot guidance and the Supreme Bhagwan Sri Krishna, because it is your inward journey, right? So you are the one who will take the final decision. We are here for assistance, we are here for the guidance, but it is you who have to walk, and you have to walk all alone, right? So these are the cards which I'm going to read it in a while. So let us see What is the path which will lead you to explore that fountain of eternal bliss? So first is anger, renunciation of anger, greed, again the energies of sacrifice, and the ego. So beautiful souls, very deeply, because I said I will not explain the cards further, very deeply I'm getting this strong intuition that beautiful souls, those who have chosen the pile 3, are highly spiritual, and you have been into this spiritual journey for many, many lifetimes, and maybe this is your last life. That is why you have been into step by step, and you are standing on the last step, and doors are about to open for you for higher consciousness, for the hidden realm, so that you can end this suffering. And because unless and until you are ready, the supernatural will not give you the hint that this is the time for renunciation. When you are in spiritual journey, as you initiate your spiritual journey, there is people worry to get into spiritual journey because they fear of losses, right? But until and unless the time comes, the right time comes, the God will never ask you to leave everything which you have gained through so much of hard work, your money, your relationship, your attachments, until and unless He finds that you are ready to renunciate, you are ready to sacrifice. And when He asks you for these renunciations, He knows that you are ready to end this suffering, end the suffering of birth and death. So you are ready to get liberated. Your soul is ready to get the nirvana, the moksha, right? This is your last life on this physical world. So I'm feeling so overwhelmed, letting you my intuitions pass. So let me read out the energies. And the first energy says anger. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment from them, and from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. And this message is coming from the Transcendental Wisdom Bhagavad Gita. Let me repeat. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. So this is the picture which connects to the energies of these words. Words as well as the picture, both are very, very powerful, right? An old woman, she is religious, but maybe she is not yet able to renunciate her anger, sacrifice her anger. She still has those anger issues, right? So age is not the factor. It is the karma which will release you from the entanglements of the anger, right? Next is the greed. The more one accumulates wealth, the more wealth one desires to accumulate. Satisfaction always eludes those blinded by material pursuits. And this is coming from the great epic Mahabharata. Let me repeat. The more one accumulates wealth, the more wealth one desires to accumulate. Satisfaction always eludes those blinded by material pursuits. Mahabharata. And there is a palace. It looks to me like Hawa Mahal, which is in Rajasthan. I haven't been there, but I get well connected to the energies of the architect. So if I'm not wrong, it is Hawa Mahal. And if I'm wrong, apologies, right? And the last card is the ego. The energy goes, nothing can obscure our spiritual progress except our own false ego. I am my own worst enemy. Coming from the learned scholar Swami B.R. Sridhar. Nothing can obscure our spiritual progress except our own false ego. I am my worst enemy. I am my own worst enemy. So again, the energies of an old, it could be a man who has come out of his family life, who is a sannyasi, who is a who is celebrating his celibacy, but still he is not able to renunciate, sacrifice, release his ego, right? So these three are the paths of renunciation, of sacrifice, which you will allow by releasing them, by letting them go, so that you can move ahead in the path of finding, exploring the way to the fountain of happiness. And who will guide you in this path? There will be so much of guidance, support, and assistance coming. And the biggest hope, the biggest guidance will be coming directly from the Supreme, the Bhagwan, Sri Krishna, beautiful souls. So here are the cards which are bringing you the guidance. And for the beautiful souls, those who have chosen the pile 3, you have an extra card, 4 cards, because you are standing, as I intuited, on the last step for the door to open to the spiritual realms, right? So the first energy coming from the Supreme Sri Krishna, Bhagwan, I am blessed with everything I need. I am working hard towards everything I want. And most of all, I appreciate and thank God for what I have. This is your soul's voice. I am blessed with everything I need. I am working hard towards everything I want. And most of all, I appreciate and thank God for what I have. Hare Krishna. So let me keep this with the anger. Energies of renunciating the anger, right? And the next energy, the next guidance, one is considered the best yogi who regards every being like oneself and who can feel the pain and pleasure of others as one's own. If one makes friendship with Krishna, one will get all help needed. Hare Krishna. One is considered the best yogi who regards everything being like oneself, and one who can feel the pain and pleasure of others as one's own. If one makes friendship with Sri Krishna, one will get all help needed. Hare Krishna, right? So let me keep this with the energies of renunciating ego. We have got 5 cards, so 2 extra guidance coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The Maha Mantra for this Aquarius age, so that you can seek the path of liberation. He who has no attachments can really love others, for his love is pure and divine. Perform your obligatory duty, because action is indeed better than inaction, right? So let me keep this also with the energies of the ego. The next energy is I am never in control of what happens around me, but I am always in control of what happens within me. So this is inward journey. Hare Krishna. I am never in control of what happens around me, but I am always in control of what happens within me. Hare Krishna. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality, right? So this is talking about the energies within us. So let me keep this with the energies of renunciating the anger. And the last guidance coming from the Supreme for the beautiful souls, those who have chosen pile 3, is there are 3 gates to self-destruction: lust, anger, and greed. This card will go with all the 3 energies. Look at the beautiful alignment of the energies, the vibrations which are here through this pick a card reading, giving me a stronger intuition that you are absolutely ready. But still, the final decision must come from you. Beautiful souls, there are 3 gates to self-destruction, because inward journey is journey of complete losses, journey to shunya, journey to zero. for liberation, for nirvana, for moksha, right? For liberation, for nirvana, for moksha, to end the suffering of birth and death. So renounce these three. Hare Krishna. The confusion and chaos generated by anger lead to memory loss. Never lose your focus and never understand the virtue of patience. Through meditation, the higher self is experienced. So the tool is also been given to you, rewarded to you by Sri Krishna, and the tool is meditation. And do it in your own way. Don't follow any other person, because everything will come through your intuition, through your heart's instinct. Do it your own way, because this is your personal, this is your spiritual journey, right? So the extended message, which will summarize all these energies, is coming from this card. Please listen carefully. Soul, if you want to learn secrets, your heart must forget about shame and dignity. Can you understand? Can you connect to the energies? I can't let you know all the secrets. I can open to you all the doors. There is something inside that makes me happy, but I can't put my finger on its source. Beautifully aligned. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. The heart, your heart, is the secret inside the secret. Originality. So, absolutely magical, destined, beautiful souls, those who have chosen pile 3, and move ahead. I am sending you the blessings of Goddess White Tara and the magic of Supreme, so that you can explore your inward journey. You can seek the fountain of happiness which lies within you. For you, it is the heart. That is my intuition. But you have to decide where it lies. So beautiful souls, don't forget to subscribe White Tara Tarot Reading for more such guidances, and move ahead. With that, we come to an end with the pile 3. So beautiful souls, this also brings us to the end of today's pick a card reading. And I want to share some important experiences of my personal spiritual journey, what I have learned through my own experiences. I have heard and I have seen and I have read people saying that don't share your spiritual experiences. But what I understood is that don't share your spiritual experiences on every platform. But I think this is a safer platform, because here I have the audiences, here I have that keen ears and observant hearts which are seeking for this kind of transcendental wisdom, the reality, a real experience. So I strongly believe, beautiful souls, without this call from the Supreme, you cannot initiate your spiritual journey, right? And initiating a spiritual journey and ending a spiritual journey is a long lapse of time. It could be 5 years, 10 years, 10 lifetimes, 15 lifetimes, 1,000 lifetimes. We don't know how many lifetimes. So don't worry about renunciations, don't worry about sacrifices. But when you reach to that stage of spirituality, you will easily do that. I strongly believe that, you know. In the year 1999, when I had a lot of money coming from overseas remittance, my husband was working abroad, and my life has always been happier, right? There have been little frictions, little problems, but it is like an average kind of incidences happening in my life, nothing like a roller coaster, something like that. So there came an ISKCON devotee who asked me to buy a Bhagavad Gita, which was written in Nepali language. And he said, this is the book which has got solutions to each and every human problems. And when he said that, it made me laugh. I said, 500 rupees, that to Nepali, and all solutions for human problems. And I said, why don't you give me a discount? And he said, fine, give me 400 rupees, $100 I'll put from my pocket. But one day you will remember me. And I was like, I see so many people and I don't remember either the names, the faces, why will I remember you? That was my internal voice. He smiled at me. I took the book, I brought it home. Then my son was so very attached to me. He was just 4 or 5 years old then. So I said, by looking at the cover page, I said, the photo, the picture of Sri Krishna is so much attractive. Like, I feel like looking at it, he looks so good. And my son was like, he never wanted his mother to love anyone else. He immediately brought a white marker pen and he covered the face on the cover page, Sri Krishna's face, right? And then wherever I went, I carried that book hoping to read it so that I can get that transcendental wisdom, I can receive that transcendental wisdom. Then I got an opportunity to move to the Gulf countries. There I stayed for about 3 years. I had my second baby there, and I was not working. I was a bread maker, so I wanted to read it out because I have this information that when you are expecting mother, reading Bhagavad Gita sends positive vibrations to the child in the womb. But every time I tried to flip the page, I immediately fell asleep. Right? Then we came back. I went to India. I stayed there for 1 year. Then I came back to my homeland, Nepal. And I was just decorating that book, the Transcendental Wisdom Bhagavad Gita, in my bookshelf. And it was only in the year 2018, I got it almost 10 years back. In the year 2018, something happened in my life which scared me from my root. I was so scared because in a synchronistic way, events happened in my life which triggered me, which scared me, and somehow I felt that Krishna consciousness is calling me. I want to read the book. I was searching like that for that Bhagavad Gita like crazily, but I could not find it in my home. And then I remembered I kept, last time when I went to my in-laws' place, I took it there and I left it. And next day immediately I went there. I brought that book, and you won't believe me. I did not even begin to read the first chapter. I was just reading the preface part, introductory part, and each and every word, my eyes were looking, my heart was understanding, my mind was understanding, and I was crying like a baby when I was reading the preface. And because I was wondering, like, so many times I tried, but I never understood even a single phrase, neither the Sanskrit nor the Nepali. But this time words are like popping up, moving, flowing, and I am understanding the deepest core of each word. And then I went into trance, and within next 8 or 9 days, I have learned all the 18 chapters, and I have understood each and every word as if Sri Krishna himself is guiding me with the transcendental wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. And that is how my spiritual journey began. And it's been 4 years I am into spiritual journey, and it's been smooth, and my life have changed in the most drastic way, in the most positive way. And I'm just hopeful, and I believe that I should do my work, and rest the Bhagwan Shri Krishna will take care. And I hope that this will be a source of inspiration for many of the beautiful souls, the spiritual ascendants, those who are watching today's speaker card reading, and those who have decided to watch my personal spiritual experience. So don't do not think that you can get it all according to your schedule, according to your routine, according to your plan, because God has a different plan for us, for me, for you. So just have that faith, and believe me, without a call from the Supreme, the Bhagwan, you cannot initiate your spiritual journey. Without his guidance, you cannot get out of this suffering. So hopefully we are in this journey, and one day we shall all meet in the divine light at the lotus feet of my Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So beautiful souls, I hope I did not bore you, right? So until next time, take good care of yourselves and share your experiences through your comments, so that all the spiritual ascendants can connect to the real information, because there is so much of superficial information available in the market, right? So let's get connected together, let's all rise together, and let's all share our experiences. But your experience will not match experience of anybody. It is your spiritual journey, it is your inward journey, it is your DNA, and none of our DNAs match, right? So on that note, let us depart until next reading, beautiful souls. Take good care of yourselves and explore the path of seeking the fountain of eternal bliss through your inward journey with the guidance and support of the cosmos and the Bhagwan Shri Krishna himself. Astu, with blessings from Goddess White Tara. Namaste.